Hello everybody and welcome back to your favourite YouTube show, obviously, Smash of the Day. Brand new season and brand new hosts. We've got Max Hempel of, what are you, Rejected Swimsuit Models now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, here we go, that's Max. Right, so fresh from UKTC is going to be presumably giving us some excellent insights. We'll start off by taking a look at Division 1. So, Gorgeous Gits. Finalists last season, I believe? Or semi-finalists?
Semi-finalists, I believe.
They got quite far, put it that way. And by far the most experienced team in the division.
Yeah,
and
their last season now with the limit.
Yeah, this is definitely their last season. Yeah, I mean, they've lost a troll and they've lost their star goblin, although frankly I think having a star goblin is not a great thing to have, right?
Having a goblin being your most expensive player on your team is never really a good thing, as it's just asking for trouble.
Although
and he got eaten by a troll in the end anyway.
Yeah. That Blitzer's nice, just because it's a novelty. Movement 7, agility 4 with kickoff return. He's basically, that's his thrower, innit? He's never going to need a thrower in his team now, although he has got one, I guess, just in case.
He's got a nice block, mighty blow, tackle, pylon, dauntless, guard, blitzer as well.
Yeah, that's absolute AIDS, that is. And he's got his dedicated fouler as well. I think. At this point, you're just embracing the bloat, aren't you? What would you add to this team, Max?
Another troll just for some blocking power.
Yeah, and one-turn potential.
Yeah, and that's about it.
Yeah. You'd expect these guys to do well, I think.
I'd expect that, but from previous seasons of saying that about a team, I'm not going to hold my breath.
Okay, well, we'll see how it goes. He's only going to get through 5 games. Rakdos Runaways, our resident Chaos team. These guys have been repeatedly promising every season and just not quite living up to their potential. But what we're looking at now is an absolutely horrendously developed Chaos team. This is their season right now.
Yeah, find it strange his Minotaur's had 2 level ups now and he's never given it claw.
Yeah, that is a bit odd. But I suppose he's given it guard and tentacles. So it's more of a harassing Minotaur than anything, right? I guess at this point. Probably give it stand firm next.
Yeah, I'd still go with the claw for the next one because it's a free claw mighty blow at that point, and we all know how that. It's nice for breaking armor.
Yeah, too true. I mean, he has got 2 claw mighty blow, but neither of them have got 5 strength.
5 strength block warrior.
Yeah, that's pretty
nice.
Nasty. That's pretty grim. Yeah, this is a good team. I think the only place he's really lacking is kind of ball carrying potential. I know he's got extra arms.
He's got a blodging extra arms.
Yeah.
And if push comes to shove, a strength 5 block warrior is still picking up the same as most of the beastmen. So he's a decent ball carrier if push comes to shove.
True enough. Yeah, once again, just embracing the bloat. I mean, he's got the same TV as a team that's been in Division 1 for 3 seasons.
Yeah. Chaos, you don't really have much choice because all the stuff everyone gets by default, you have to get.
Exactly. Snotling Stars, glorious. What do we got? We've got a level 4 Stephen the Swift. What's he doing there? He's got jump up. He's got sprint. He's got short feet. That's an absolute living legend. That character.
No Snotling should live that long. Someone change it.
Look at all these niggles. It's ridiculous. He's got an armor 4 Noblar. Beautiful.
Oh, this is just going to be an SP fest for whoever faces them at this point.
Yeah, basically, whoever gets this guy first is probably gonna win the league.
The first season with them, it was funny because nobody really knew how to deal with it, and they had no tackle, no block. But now, in looking at just the last two rosters, they just rip it to shreds.
Yeah.
The gimmick doesn't work.
Well, respect to him for keeping it till he got to Division 1. You never know, he might win the whole thing. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
He's got his apothecary, so he's fine.
Maybe
he should buy some ogres now. Well, let's move on. The old cunning stunts.
We can skip this guy.
So, this is where you want your vamps to be. He's got an Agi 5 Blodger. He's got his Strip Ball Vampire.
Yeah.
These guys are quite developed.
That Agi 5 Blodger, there's not many places you can't stop him going. What I'd say to do for this team now is to sack off one of the Thralls and just have a fourth vampire so he can put one in reserve. So if one of them does go a bit tits up, he's still got another in reserve.
Yeah, that's a good point. Interesting that he's got Hail Mary Pass on one of his Thralls. That's interesting.
He's got Diving Catch on another.
Yeah. A 16-man roster is just too much, though.
Nah, because of how vampires work, you'd want more. You'd want lots of Thralls, because they suddenly start dropping as the Bloodlust hits. So you want to have as many as you can instead of you have your first half, you have bad luck with Bloodlust, setting up with half a team in the second half because you've just injured all your team. So it's.
Yeah, I suppose to be fair, they are only worth 40k, so they're 10k more than a halfling.
Yeah.
So yeah, I suppose you can kind of fill your roster out with them.
And
Still,
again,
be interesting to see how it goes.
As the vampires go, you just have to lean into the bloat again because you'd start with fuck all.
Yeah, well, it's not the most bloated team in the league anyway. Lizards and Pyjamas, other than the Snotlings, the lowest TV in the league.
Yeah,
that's because he has a lean roster.
Yeah,
this division, yeah. Quite a lean roster here.
Movement 7 stars is nice.
Yeah, this is a pretty decent team. And he's going to get the inducements. That's the main thing. Like you look at this and think, oh, that's a very small roster. But he's got 4 Blocksaurus. He's got 1 with Mighty Blow. There's no reason why
tackle.
Snatch a couple of good at game or two at the beginning of the season. Get some development on the rest of these Saurus. There's no reason
face those Snotlings first.
Yeah, face the Snotlings first. He's got tackle as well. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
there's quite a surprising amount of dodge in this league.
Yeah,
for what we've actually got in it. But yeah, this looks all right. It's the only thing that he should be a little bit scared of is the fact that he has 0 in the bank. He can't really afford a disaster.
No.
Well, let's move on to the best team in the league. Power Slave.
They are the best. They do have the best naming theme.
Definitely. Well, I say this at the start of every season, but is that not the 2 greatest Blitzrars you've ever seen?
Yeah. The Armor 7's not nice, but Strength 4 Agi 3 Blitzer, Strength 4 Blitzer.
Yeah. It is pretty neat.
You've got 3 guard on your Tomb Guards now, which is nice.
Yeah, just wish I could... At this point, after 3 seasons, you'd want 4 developed Tomb Guards, wouldn't you, really? Instead of 3. I suppose that's the only...
That one's only a pass-off level up.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I've been really unlucky with my Tomb Guards. As you can see, Number of the Beast 3 is the 3rd iteration.
Yeah.
They keep getting killed by Claw. But yeah...
At least he's leveled up fast.
Yeah. I'm quite confident. I think this is the season. And I've got plenty in the bank. But yeah, I can't really be objective about me. But that was Division 1. Let's take a look at Division 2.
Yeah, if for Division 1 anyways, between you or the Chaos, my bet for the win.
I almost forgot.
For the win of Division 1, it's in my opinion, it's either going to be the Chaos or you with that team. Unless you just fail to pick up the ball.
The Orcs have got a chance in there?
They do, but they don't really have much to deal with your Tomb Guard Ball of Death.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then with the Chaos, they have the Can Opener.
So 5 of these 6 teams will go into the playoffs. Now we all probably assume that the Snotlings will come 6th.
Oh yeah, it's definitely Jack.
If it's not the Snotlings, who do you think will not make it in if the Snotlings somehow manage to sneak in?
Sorry, Jack. Vampires were a bit unreliable, so I'd have to say you.
Yeah, so it's these 2 for the bottom, I suppose. Ogre and Vampire. Okay, let's have a look at
Maybe it'll be surprising. Maybe it'll be one of the big teams that don't make it.
That would be amazing if that were actually happening. Well, let's take a look at the Russian Rotters. Nurgle team didn't have a great last season, but the thing about Nurgle is you've got to kind of stick with them.
Yeah, they take so long to develop.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he lost his beasts.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
But he does have enough to replace it, I believe.
He does have enough? No, 150.
Ah, okay. Well, he's almost got enough to replace it.
Yeah. Agi2 Pestigor, it's alright. That'll just become a Blitzen Pestigor.
Yeah, he's got plenty of other guys that can carry the ball.
Yeah.
That movement for Rotter needs to get fired, though.
Yeah. Fire. I wouldn't fire it yet. Yeah, to just keep it and just have it as line fodder and save up and get your beast back first. It's no point firing it and then having two journeymen.
Yeah,
just put it on the line.
It's worth noting that all of his team is on the verge of leveling as well.
Yeah,
like, all of these guys are just an MVP away from a level.
The Warriors just need a good game so they can get block, and then they suddenly become much more reliable.
Yeah, the problem is he's up against some teams that are significantly more developed than him.
It's the reason I didn't keep my Nurgle team. My Warriors didn't get block. Most of my SP was on Rotters, and I knew what I'd be facing if I carried them through, and I wasn't. I didn't want to do that.
Best of luck to him. I hope he does alright. Yeah. See how it goes. Cincinnati Binocs, 500k higher TV than our previous showing.
They're developing nicely.
Yeah, this is looking good.
Agi1 Black Hawk doesn't really matter.
No, who cares about that?
Movement 6 thrower, that's always nice.
He's got 3 guard on his team already.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really argue with this, can you? What can you say? This is how you develop orcs. He's got 1 tackler, which
2 mighty blow blitzers.
Yeah, 2 mighty blow blitzers. Yeah,
4 rerolls.
These guys.
Yeah, and he's got his apothecary.
Yeah, and he's got 150k in the bank. Sitting pretty.
So if someone goes tits up, he's got the money to replace it.
Yeah, this is exactly where you want to be at the start of a season, right?
Yeah.
Everything is looking good. It'll be interesting to see how he screws it up. Let's have a look at our other orc team, Ne'er-Do-Wells.
They got absolutely demolished in the Cup last season by a relatively demolished Chaos Dwarf team.
Yeah, they did. I recall. He has got that Agi 4, which is nice.
Yeah.
And he's got...
Sorry.
I was just going to say he's also got his thrower to pick up the ball, so he can play a bit of a passing game, receiving it with that blitzer if he wants to.
Yeah, he suffered a bit of a death spiral in his last game. The opening block was a chainsaw that outright killed a block mighty blow over Black Orc, which was then apothed into a death, and it was all downhill from there.
Yeah, it was. It's a shame for him, but all it's really done is reduced him to about the same level as all the other Division 2 teams.
Yeah.
Whereas previously he would have been vastly superior to them all.
Yeah, he's just going to have to build it back up.
Yeah, from the perspective of the neutrals, it's a good thing. So well done, Sean.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the Bat Fastards. The champions of the Reject Resurrectional last season, I believe.
That is a lot of nobblers.
Yeah. I mean, this is where you want to be, again, with an Ogre team. Probably would rather have an extra Ogre. Yeah,
I'd save up for your 4th Ogre now.
Yeah.
Now, but 2 block Ogres... Yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry. I was used to mine just kept dying. But 2 block Ogres is brilliant. A guard, a Juggernaut or break tackle.
Yeah.
He's got a mobile Ogre.
Yeah. Well, all of his Ogres want to get break tackle. People underestimate just how strong break tackle is on an Ogre, because it means you can just put them wherever you want and just harass
dodging into
opponents. Yeah,
dodging into cages on 3s.
It's ridiculous. I mean, it's an Ogre team, so it's unreliable and it's probably going to implode at any moment, but it'll be a lot of fun watching that happen.
But 4 Mighty Blow could also really do a number on another team if it goes badly.
If they behave.
Yeah.
That's a big if. Let's take a look at Dynamo Vostroya. So, a Kislev team that had a pretty decent season. Oh my god, she's got a strength up blitzer. That's nice. He's got his dedicated kicker. Yeah, his bear's in there. He's got
sidestep catcher, wrestle. Guard, block.
It needs a second catcher, I think.
Kick. Yeah.
Because if that guy gets dumpstered at the beginning of a game, he's going to struggle.
Yeah.
Other than that, this is a pretty decent Kislev team, isn't it?
Should develop quite nicely.
Yeah, not bad at all. I mean, these guys are a bit like Nurgle in the sense that they take a while to come into their own, don't they? You need to get core skills on your linemen and whatnot.
And the whole gimmick of them, it can be lethal to themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
Just for relying on leaps, and there's no inbuilt reroll for leap. So you're relying on your team rerolls if you fail it.
If you roll a double on your tame bear, would you give it leap just so that everyone has leap?
No, I'd probably still give it block.
That's rubbish. You're rubbish. Right. Well, let's take a look at the dead meme gang. So this is what a nice team could look like. Yeah.
Yeah. Block on nearly all his warriors. 4 pestigores. Big hand, extra arm, so he's always picking up a 2, even in tackle zones.
Nice. That's really, really nice.
Wrestle on another. Mighty blow block. Guard on a rotter, but it's next game. Yeah, this is very nice.
Would you sack off that AV7 rotter that's got guard?
No, I'd keep him because it's a rotter. He's got guard. Again, you can push comes to shove, you just keep putting him on the line, making the line up worse, or you just keep him close by to your ball carrier to give that guard assist.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you expect these guys to do pretty well this season, I think? In fact, that leads us nicely into what do you reckon? So 3 of these guys will go... So the way Division 2 will be working is that at the end of the league, at the end of the round robin, first will play 6th, second will play 5th, and third will play 4th, and the winners of those will go into the playoffs against the top 5 teams in Division 1. So what are we thinking? 1st to 6th? Go for it, Max.
First I'm going to say the Nerduels. Cincinnati Blackhawks I'll probably put 2nd. Dead Meme Gang will be 3rd.
Do you reckon, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't think the Kislev can sneak in there?
If any of them are going to sneak in, it'll probably be the Kislev.
Yeah.
With the Nurgle, they just seem a bit undeveloped at the moment versus what they're going to be going in against. And the Ogre's just a bit too unreliable.
It's definitely going to be between those 2 Orc teams for top spot, I think.
Definitely.
They're just too developed. I think Russian Rotters, I really want to see them do well, but they're so vastly underdeveloped compared to everyone else that I think it's just going to take a miracle. Maybe if they start off with the first 2 games as Ogre and Kislev and manage to get some SPP out of it, maybe.
The fact, unlike the other teams, he doesn't even have a full roster, so first game in, he's going to be taking journeyman.
Yeah. It's going to be rough. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be a laugh anyway. Let's move on to
someone
3A.
will pull a miracle.
So, fresh teams. Fresh teams.
Yep.
Let's have a look what we've got. So, the CCE crew, Amazons.
Good old Amazon.
This is your standard Amazon build. 4 blitzers, 1 catcher, 1 thrower, 4 rerolls.
Yeah, got his ape off. Not really much more to say here.
Yep. And he's named his Amazons. That's the main thing. Well, this is going to be the theme of looking at these teams. Have you given them a name? Yes, he has. Do we understand it? I don't. What is the CCE crew?
You'll have to say in the comments.
Yeah, tell us what the CCE crew is, please, because I don't know what that means. I'm old as shit. Let's have a look at these Dark Elf.
Loves Buccaneers.
Alright, so this is, pirate theme. I approve, very much so.
Bonus points there.
I don't really play Witch Elf. I don't really play Dark Elves very much, but I'm assuming this is your standard Dark Elf build.
Basically, it's standard build. The other build is not having the Witch Elf and have starting with the 4 blitzers.
Right, yeah. So presumably he's going to be looking to get his 4th blitzer, or possibly an apothecary first, depending on what happens. You can have 2 Witch Elves as well, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting with both Witch Elves doesn't usually go well.
Yeah,
because they are a bit... Right. They're squishy and they're expensive.
And they can get frenzy trapped if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. So, yeah, Dark Elves, always a solid choice. Let's have a look at these Norse. These are your guys, right?
Yep.
So, you've gone for the 2 Ulfs and the 1 Berserker.
Yep, and the runner.
And you started with a Yeti, so you've only got 2 rerolls. Do you think that's going to bite you in the ass? Maybe not, because you've got block
maybe not.
all over the place, right?
Yeah, and I've set it up so that after my first game, I should have an APOF.
So traditionally in this league, Norse teams do better than they should. Are you going to be the first Norse team to get the shit kicked out of you for 7 weeks straight?
Hopefully not.
Well, we'll have to see. All right, Vanilla Dynamos. So
David's new human team.
Yeah. So there's an apostrophe there in Dynamos, signifying that it belongs to Dynamo. So what I'd like to imagine is that Dave is going to hardcore roleplay a kind of sort of human coach called Dynamo.
Maybe.
Called Vanilla Dynamo.
All his players seem to be named after Disney princesses, so I don't know what the naming theme has to do with the team name. I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah.
Who's Dynamo?
Apologies, Dave, for being a grammar Nazi if you're watching this. Yeah. So I mean, this is a bit of a weird setup actually, because
personally, I wouldn't have taken the throw. I would have taken the catcher instead.
Well, the thing is,
for the movement tape dodge.
You can take 1 ogre, 4 blitzers, 2 throwers, a catcher, and the rest linemen, and still get you 3 rerolls. So that's usually what I go with. And it definitely is missing. He's missing a catcher there for sure.
He's doing the thing I was doing with my Norse, where he's saved 40k in the bank. So after his first game, he gets an APOF.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's going to be difficult to score, and also probably not consider this, but he's reduced his 1-turn potential quite a bit. If he needs it. But still, he's making a statement. I'm going to play Bashy. I'm not looking to score. I'm looking to develop. That's fair enough. We'll see how that goes for him. Let's take a look at these High Elves. Rivendell Reavers. Nice to see some High Elves again in the league. The Kings of Passing. Look at that. These throwers are just ridiculous, aren't they? Pass and safe throw.
Yeah, the only thing that comes close to it are Union with multiple players having Nerves of Steel and all the other passing skills.
Yeah. Well, what can you say about these guys, really? Armoured Elves, not too great at fighting, but can play an excellent passing game. They're not that fast for Elves as well, are they, really?
Average speed for Elves, really. It's only the Wood Elves that are fast.
Yeah,
the other... Though he does have movement 8 players with his catchers.
Yeah, true enough.
Yeah. So overall, he's faster than Dark Elves.
Well, we'll see how he does. Yeah. We'll see how he does. Yeah, Sean knows how to play those guys.
He's very good with Elves.
Here we go.
Moving on from Elves to a significantly slower team.
Now this is weird. Oh, hello. What's going on here? So this is a very unusual way to set up your dwarf team. He's got
2 runners.
Well, it's not the 2 runners. So the actual team build there is standard. Like most people do.
He's got Apothecary first and only 2 rerolls.
Apothecary instead of a reroll. Yeah. Now I personally wouldn't have done that.
No.
Yeah.
With Dwarf, while you have all the block, you're not that. The Frenzy Trap could bite you in the ass where you might need a reroll, and you're not really the best at picking up the ball.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is as well, because they're so heavily armoured, you don't
really need an
Apothecary, Whereas the extra reroll would have cost 50k at the beginning of the season. What's it going to cost him now once the season kicks off? 100k?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's, I think that was I think that was a bad decision, but if he comes up against, if he's like one of his Troll Slayers gets murked in turn 1 or something, that might prove me wrong. At least he's got the APO there to keep guys on the field, I guess, even if they get KO'd or something.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. Dwarves don't necessarily need the rerolls that badly anyway with all the block.
It's more for the other things when they get heavily outpositioned, plus to do undwarfy things.
Let's have a look at these Wood Elves.
Another new Wood Elf team. Thought people would learn by now after last season.
So it always seems to be the guys who are having their first season that come in with Wood Elves.
Yeah,
and,
it's weird.
I mean, I'm assuming he knows what he's doing.
They're not the most easy to learn team to play.
Yeah,
sure that they are very good and do very well, but they're not easy teams to play.
They're not easy teams to play, and also I would argue that they only really do well in one-day tournaments that are resurrection.
Oh yeah,
in a league they can get quite badly battered.
League play, they just get slaughtered. As resurrectional, doesn't matter if you take injuries; they're back at the end of the game.
But the thing is, this guy Mark Spilsbury well, we don't really know how good he is, right? This is his first season. For all we know, he could be like a NAF pro or something. So we'll have to see how this goes. But what we can say is this is the standard build. So he at least knows the standard build for Wood Elves.
Not like the madness of last season of people taking a Wood Elf team with one reroll.
Yeah, that was some pretty crazy stuff. We'll see how he does. If he can avoid getting hit, I'm sure he'll do fine. And finally, we've got the Orcs. Some Orcs. No leagues complete without them. And this is, again, the standard Orc build. So, got his Thrower, got his Black Orcs, his Blitzers.
Yeah, not much more really to say. He's got his 3 rerolls, all the positionals, bar the Goblin Troll and an extra Thrower. Yeah.
Yep. So,
Orcs.
Who do you think? Let's say top 4. Who do you think are going to be your top 4?
Top 4, definitely. Dave with his Dark Elf. Definitely Sean with his High Elves. Most likely, David with his Humans because he's still a very good player. I'd like to say me, but Norse are a bit, So that'd lead me down to it possibly being the Wood Elves if the guy turns out to be pretty good.
Yeah,
because Wood Elves can always elf you.
I mean, Sean's good, but High Elves are difficult to wrangle at times. But I'm not sure if I'd put them in the definite top 4. I think we're likely going to see. I think Dave Oakley will probably do well because Humans are better in this than they are in tabletop. Although he's not taking a catcher, so he's going to score touchdowns. I don't know.
Yeah, he's not taking the free armor up on the catcher.
Dark Elves usually do well, but in this league they tend to fall apart.
But yeah, my prediction is bar minimum the High Elf and the Dark Elf will get through.
Well, I should probably mention everyone's going to go into the I forgot what I've called it now, the Tenderfoot Trophy. So all of these guys will go into the Tenderfoot Trophy, and it will be what's the word I'm looking for? Seeded. It will be a seeded tournament with the top of this division playing their first round against the bottom of the other division. So everyone gets to play in it. But yeah, I think Amazon usually start well. They probably will get a decent mid-table finish. Start
well, but suffer when others start to level up with tackle.
Yeah, and they tend to fall apart.
If they get the dwarves first, they are in for big trouble.
Yeah, definitely. Dark Elf, Dave knows what he's doing. I'd expect them to do well. Norse, if they can hold together, you'll probably do all right. Dave's Humans, probably good.
Average.
High Elves, be decent. The thing is, we've got dwarves here now. Dwarves are can do very well, and especially early, you'd expect them to do. But they tend to grind out 0-0 draws, don't they? Which isn't really what you need.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't expect them to be struggling. Wood Elf is like anyone's guess, isn't it? They're either going to come top or bottom, basically.
Yeah, they're either going to get absolutely annihilated, or they're going to just walk through it with multiple touchdowns, or they're going to get absolutely annihilated and still walk through with multiple touchdowns because they're elves.
And then we've got the Orcs. Orcs usually always do well, and Mr. Dinsdale is in his 3rd season with us now, so he's got quite a bit of experience under his belt.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah. This one's a tough one to call, so I'm just going to leave it open. Oh, hang on, but we need to do... I almost forgot. We need to do fixtures.
Schedule.
So, first game, we've got Orcs versus High Elves. What do you think?
For this, just because I know how good of a elf coach Sean is, I'd probably give it to the elves. Sean's been playing elves since forever, pretty much, other than a weird phase he went through last season of playing Chaos Dwarf. But other than that, I've only ever known him to play elves, and he always does very well with elves. High elves in particular.
Yeah, that's definitely true. In fact, he's played High Elves in the Calamitous Casual before in the past.
Yeah.
I believe. And he's got the passing game down. He just needs to avoid the fights, doesn't he? Really?
Yeah. If he can avoid fighting the Orcs, he's yeah. I'd almost put it to a 2-0 win to the Elves.
If he can get his passes off, yeah. I also agree. I think the Elves will probably take it, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Orcs stopped him, frankly. So, Vanilla Dynamos, Das Grindhouse. This is when you want to play the Dwarves, really, isn't it? At the beginning of the season.
It's what I was wanting to face in first round. Unfortunately, I'm not.
And this is, if he'd have had his catcher, he would have had a player on the field that was twice as fast as almost the whole of the other team.
Yeah, he would have had a player that the fastest dwarf could only keep up with it if it was doing both go for it, and that's just to put a tackle zone on him, and he'd just go for it again, and he can't even reach him.
Yeah, but the dodge of the catcher would have been completely negated.
Yeah,
so there's that.
Unless he was dodging away from the blitzers or the troll slayer.
I mean, this one's a rough one because it's either going to be like a grinded out draw, or Dave's going to be able to get some passes in, get around the back of the Dwarves, but he's going to struggle to do that without the speed. Although, to be fair, I guess his blitzers are 7 movement.
Yeah, for the first match of the season, I'd put it as a 1-1. The humans will probably be able to get a touchdown, and the dwarf, what I'm thinking is the Dwarves will most likely be able to grind one out in the second half, just through attrition.
I think the humans will still take it, to be honest with you.
We'll find out later.
But the re-rolls might shaft him. In fact, no. Do you know what? I'm switching that round. I'm gonna bet on Dwarves actually, because with 2 re-rolls, he's gonna need all those. He's gonna need all those go for it's, and he's just not gonna have the re-rolls for it. So yeah, sorry, Dave. I'm betting on Dwarves. So rejected swimsuit models and Lauren Linebreakers. How do you think you'll fare against Wood Elves?
Well, they're armor 7.
No, yeah, this is you, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know why I can't remember. Yeah. I mean,
armor 7 versus armor 7,
right? Yeah.
He has 2 block on his war dancers. The war dancers are going to be the problem for me because they're blodgers, but frenzy.
Yeah.
Poor man's tackle.
And
I have a lot of frenzy.
This will be what do you do as Wood Elves against a team that basically has the same armor as you? Do you actually go in for the fights? Yeah. I mean, technically, should be losing. As I found out in the UKTC, as I did get this matchup, as soon as he started fighting, they started falling off the board. Right. Well, there you go. There you go, Mr. Spilsbury. Don't fight him. Don't fight him. Just accept it. Right. So, what do you think, Max? Do you think you can win?
I don't think I'll. Again, I think it'll most likely be a draw. But I'm more leaning towards the Wood Elves being able to just elf around me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how good this guy is, but if I assume that he knows what he's doing, I would go with the Wood Elves as well. So I'm going to bet on the Wood Elves. Lolth's Buccaneers and the CCE crew. So this is Reese's Amazon versus Dave's Dark Elves.
Is it Reese's Amazon? I thought he was in the other division.
Oh no, you're right. This isn't Reese's Amazon. This is.
Hang on, where's the thing gone? I've got it here somewhere. It is.
Oh, it's Dave Savosha's Amazon.
Coffee.
Yeah.
So
it's a Dave off.
May the best Dave. We have 3 Daves in this division.
Yeah.
Who designed this?
It's the Dave division. It should be 3D. So we've got. This one's a tough one, but actually, Amazon's at the start with all that blodge. They're quite difficult to knock over.
They'll make them difficult to knock over, but again, I'd put this down to the experience of Dave.
Over Dave.
Which one I'm talking? Yeah, which one I'm talking about? No one knows, but I'll put it down to the experience of Dave.
I think Dave will win this one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Dave as well. I think it's going to be definitely a Dave that wins this one.
Yeah, I think I'll probably bet on the Dark Elves.
Yeah.
Only just though. I would not be surprised if the Amazons snatched it. Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at 3B. So have a look at these teams. So St. Nico's Flying Circus, Fritsch,
starting
fresh
off well
with
with
the
a Kislev.
Yeah.
From Kislev to Chaos.
So he's this is your standard Kislev build in it. He's got his apothecary, his 3 rerolls. He could have had 4 rerolls, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, he wanted to take both the catchers and both the blitzers,
Yeah.
which is not a bad shout. The jump up and dive and tackle is nice, and yeah, the Agi 4 always nice. Because it's got very long legs, it's leaping anywhere I want it to.
Yep. And again, he's got the theme on the go,
Yep,
which is important.
always good.
Blitz
Bonus
and
points there.
Bostov. I like it. What I don't like is that he's got a lineman in
alignment.
between his two catches.
I don't like that Blitz and Bostov is a lineman and not a blitzer.
Yeah, unacceptable. But still, at least he tried.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at these Dark Elves. Clan of Cthulhu. Oh, so yes, I like it. Yeah, well, I'm a fan of this. So his Witch Elf's called Cthulhu, and then he's got various sort of elements of the pantheon there as his blitzers, and then all of his linemen are called cultists.
And good. Again, one of the two standard Dark Elf starts.
Yep. This is the same as the other one, is it?
Yeah, the exact same.
Well, you'd expect him to do all right. Dark Elf usually do pretty well, except in this league. Let's have a look at these vamps. This is Matt Goodall, previously of the Lizards.
Made the awful decision of two awful decisions from the look of it, of following my build for starting the vampires and letting people put in what he plays up for a vote.
Well, 4 vamps can work if they behave, right? He's got the 4 rerolls.
I thought that once.
I mean, if he gets through his first couple of games and gets some extra thralls in,
yeah,
it's
and if those vamps behave and level up fast, it suddenly becomes a nightmare for his opponent.
Exactly. So he could do all right.
It can work, but 4 vamps also remove your own players incredibly fast.
We'll see how that goes for him. Necro, Brighton and Howell Albion. That's a great name. I love that. Oh, and look, he's named all his players after football players. Brilliant. So yeah, nice to see some Necros back in it again. Just the one flesh golem. He's gone for 2 werewolves, 1 flesh golem.
No ghouls, but you got the werewolves, so they tend to outperform the ghouls. They've got both general and agi access, so in the end they become better than the ghouls anyway.
Yeah.
And movement 8, and armor 8, and regen.
Yeah, I mean that starting off with Claw is huge.
Yeah, if he gets the double for Mighty Blow, he's got a very nasty blitzer.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, we're interested to see how he does with these. Again, not a bad player at all. Knows what he's doing. RPG starter pack, Underworld.
Oh, Underworld.
This is the fun division. I think this has got all the silly teams in it. So yeah. Giant Goblin Deathlord Rat King Captain. I like it. So these are like RPG
level 1 rat
NPCs.
Nibble rat.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say about Underworld? They're a laugh.
They start off a bit of a joke, but as the levels start pouring in, they suddenly become less of a joke because of the mutation access they get on normals.
Yeah, he's got a very large roster as well, which at the beginning
goblins are cheap.
Oh yeah, definitely. What I'm saying is, early game, if he can keep his goblins alive, he'll quickly outnumber people as well. He's got the 1-turn potential, plenty of dodge.
With the mutation access, he can get a very nasty goblin after 2 level ups of 2 heads and horns, so he's dodging anywhere on the 2 and blitzing at strength 3.
Yep.
Just cage breaking.
He's got
just dodging into the cage.
Yeah, be interesting to see what he does with this.
2 throwers. Yeah.
Agile rat skipper. All right, let's.
Synthwave Mark II.
Synthwave Mark II. More goblins.
Oh dear.
So, Trevor something. Brilliant. So yeah, I mean, again.
3 chance.
What do you say? What do you say about this? It's
goblins.
Yeah, he's got his chainsaw. He's got his ball and chain. He's got his pogoer. It's just going to be a laugh, isn't it? Watching these guys play.
Yeah. Nice bit of trivia. As of results of something recently, goblins are the worst performing team in Blood Bowl. For wins, anyway.
Because halflings have been buffed a bit, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in Blood Bowl 2, they are not the worst team.
They don't have the good positionals.
They don't, no. But they can devastate very quickly.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that goes. Let's have a look at these Zons. So here we go. This is Reese's Amazon squad. Yep. Wow, this is a very unusual setup.
Only taking 2 blitzers, 5 rerolls. Start
Wow.
with what?
This is a very, very unusual team
Yeah,
build.
that I wouldn't have. That is a lot of money put into rerolls at the start. You've not taken your best players to take more rerolls than you, and an APOF. That is the APOF. Fair enough, your armor's 7, but 5 rerolls, and he's taken cheerleaders and just given up on not taking the actual good players he has.
Yeah, he definitely wanted those 4 blitzers, right? They're some of the best starting units in the game.
Definitely.
But, well, he's done it now, so this will be interesting. Because with those 5 rerolls, he can do some pretty stupid stuff. And potentially
that is a lot. That's just it's going to take him so long to get the rest of his blitzers now.
Yeah.
And he's got no other positional, so he's not got his sure hands.
Yeah, he's got no one who can pick up the ball reliably.
I don't know what he was going for here.
Yeah, this is absolutely mental. But let's. Well, I mean, I like it because it's mental. It makes the league more interesting at the end of the day. So yeah, well, good luck with that. let's move on to these Dark Elves.
The Black Parade. And it's the exact same
Dark Elf build. Unfortunately, Josh is the last Dark Elf coach for us to look at. So sorry, Josh, but we've seen this team twice already. So there's not really much we can say about it. Let's have a look at predictions. What do you think?
Well, first one is Synthwave versus the Black Parade.
So what's interesting about this league actually is that it's got so many fruity teams in it. That
it's got
do well with one of them.
It's got the stunties.
Yeah.
With a load of Dark Elves. And a Necromantic.
So you'd expect those 2 Dark Elves teams to be doing well, right?
Yeah, I'd expect both the Dark Elf teams to win this division.
Or possibly Necros.
Yeah, Necros and Dark Elves are my prediction to win this division.
I mean, the problem with the Necros, I guess, is that your Claw's not going to come in that useful, except for against the Trolls on the Gobos and the Underworlds, right? Everyone else is pretty lightly armoured.
And the entirety of the Dark Elf teams, because they're armor 8.
Yeah, but you're only reducing armor by 1.
Yeah, but it's easier to break armor 7 than armor 8.
Yeah, but it's just Mighty Blow at that point, isn't it? Really. So you're not really getting use out of your Claw that way. Like when you've got Claw,
it becomes worse with Claw. Isn't the scary part usually? It's the Mighty Blow, but it's still nice to have if you're getting it for free.
Yeah, obviously. I'm not saying he should somehow find a way to orchestrate it being removed from his players, but you want it there for when you've got some dwarves or something, don't you? And you can rip them to shreds. But
but at the end of the day,
right?
They're still movement 8 ball carriers.
Yeah, the vampires might do all right.
Yeah, they have the potential to do well if the vampires don't decide that their own teammates look more tasty.
I would have said that the Amazons might do all right, except they've got this completely mental build. Although I believe that he can still change this around until his first match, right? Until
his first match, yeah. But isn't that a bit cheating after this?
I don't know. I mean, we can't stop him. So if you're watching this, Reese, I would highly recommend you get rid of a couple of those a reroll and a couple of linemen and get a couple blitzers
and the fan factor.
Yeah, you don't need cheerleaders.
Not fan factor, cheerleaders.
You don't need the cheerleaders. You don't need 5 rerolls. And if you drop a reroll and your 2 cheerleaders, you should be able to fire 2 line women and get 2 blitzers. I would highly recommend you do that because those blitzers are among the best units at the start.
Yeah, the only reason I say it'd be a bit cheaty for that is because he's now going to be able to know who he's facing first, so possibly do changes according. But moving on to schedule, I suppose.
I mean, we can't stop him, can we? That's the thing. And,
not really.
And to be honest with you, I kind of feel bad for him because this team build is kind of
mental.
Well, it's evidence that I don't think he quite knows how to play Amazons. Although he has played them before, so I don't know. I mean, do what you want, man. Do you. So let's have a look. What have we got up first? Synthwave Black Parade. So
Dark Elf, hand down.
Yeah, I mean, probably. It depends, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If Synthwave can win the toss, receive the ball, get a couple of early removals, all of a sudden you've got a depleted Dark Elf team that might struggle, and that's the beauty of Goblins. There's always that potential. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Dark Elves highly likely to win.
Amazon versus Underworld.
Yeah, I mean,
I would go for Amazons for this one, but with a mental build like that, I'm leaning more towards the Underworld now.
Yeah, so
they've got the sure hands, they've got the blitzers, they've got the stunty players that can get everywhere, and they've got
prediction
the troll
is, and I want to make this perfectly clear for when Sam starts doing his tot-ups. If the Amazon team remains as it is, I predict the Underworld will win. If the Amazon team makes alterations, I predict the Amazon team will win.
I'd still go towards the Underworld because Greg is experienced.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'll stick with what I've said. We'll see how that goes.
Fair enough.
St. Nico's Flying Circus, Brighton and Howell Albion. I mean, as much as I'd love to see the Kislev win this, they're up against Necros, who can deal with the... Oh, he's not got a bear. I was going to say deal with his bear.
Yeah, he outstrengths him with the golem. The werewolves can keep up with his catchers, who are only strength 2, so even alone there'll be 2 dice in them with frenzy. He's got the block on the whites. Yeah. I'd have to go with the Necro.
Yeah. And finally, we've got Clan of Cthulhu versus Please Stop Sucking.
So Goblin versus Vampire.
No, these guys aren't Goblin, they're Dark Elf.
Oh no, sorry, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong one.
That changes your prediction somewhat, I imagine.
Yeah, Dark Elf.
Yeah, probably Dark Elves. They've got core skills, the Vamps haven't. And the Vamps are unreliable, and until he gets some experience under his belt with the Vamps, he's probably going to struggle.
They are such a hard team to use.
Yeah, so that concludes our pre-cap for Smash of the Day. Good luck to everyone, have fun, and thanks for joining me, Max.
No problem.